How y'all doing? I'm the Watchman, and this video is a little out of the norm of what I usually do, but I'm sure everybody's heard about the death of Robin Williams. Well, I did too, right before I went to work, and when something catches me, I always investigate it. I love doing homework, you know, and especially when I hear something and I know it's out of order. And that's what caught me about Robin Williams' death. Not only the fact that it was on the 11th. See, I know that 11 is an occult number. And what I'm going to show in this video is I'm not going to say anything, but I'm going to let you decide on whether some foul play went on. But let me just say like this. 9/11, George Bush's dad first announced that there was a need for a new world order. And of course we know 9/11 is when the planes hit. We know 9/11 is when Jay-Z set out his album The Blueprint. We know 9/11, certain numbers are Luciferian numbers, just the same way that God has his blessed numbers, as you might want to call, we'll call them blessed numbers. God has his numbers: 12, 3, 7, the number of perfection, 3, the number for the Trinity. But anyway, just one, you know, it stuck out to me. A lot of times they will make blood sacrifices before a major motion picture or a major album is produced. Once they're through with a certain person, once that person, so let's say that person didn't go through with something they were supposed to go through with, they will use that person as a blood sacrifice. And it stuck me out about Robin Williams. First off, they always say the person is depressed. They always say they're depressed, and a lot of times the person dies by asphyxiation. Another word for asphyxiation is suffocation, meaning they couldn't breathe. Now Robin Williams supposed to have died by asphyxiation, and he was by himself, without no drugs and things of that nature, just like Heath Ledger, you know, before the release of The Dark Knight. You know, he died because he had complicated breathing problems. They say after he overdosed on some pills. But let's do some homework. I've been studying this for about 3 hours, and you'll be surprised at what I came across. First, I want to read something. I want to read something right here. And the reason I'm actually even doing this is because a lot of people, which is sad, but a lot of Christians don't know their enemies and don't really realize that we live in a world run and ruled by Satanists, by Luciferians, devil worshippers. On every aspect of life, Satanists and Luciferians are running our society, and you can't reach a plateau in life, from business to acting to music, without selling your soul in some type of way or another. They run every aspect of our life. And if people really realize the power that that these Satanists actually have, and how much they're really running everything, maybe it'll make people run to Christ even more. You know, once you see how big your enemy is, maybe then you'll realize, hey, I need a savior more than I realize. So that is why I'm actually doing this, hoping that people can actually see that this is not a game. Our enemies are not playing at all. But anyway, this is a little knowledge, and all this is just simply online. This is a little knowledge about the Illuminati and Freemasons and Jesuits, and one of their signatures, when they're dealing with their times, you know, like God has his signatures: 40 days and 40 nights, 12 disciples, you know, 12 tribes, 7 days, the 7-day week. But anyway, it says, in my research regarding Freemasons, United States presidents, and the Masonic power structure, I was constantly running into the number 13 and 33. This research confirmed that the most of the founding fathers were Masons. It also confirmed that most of the presidents were Mason. My first run-in with 13, of course, was the 13 colonies. Second was the Great Seal. The numbers 3, 7, 9, 11, 13, 33, 39, etc. Any multiple of these numbers have special meaning to the Illuminati. For example, notice the Bilderberg group has a core of 39 members who are broken into 3 groups of 13 in each group. So the numbers again, 3, 7, 9, 11, 13, 33, and 39 are very significant when dealing with Luciferians and the Satanic Order. Struck out, let's just point blank, Robin Williams, 63 years old. 6 plus 3 is 9. And the day he died was 11. 9, 11. Some people say, okay, Josh, we hear that, but you're reaching. Is that a coincidence? Have we seen that many times more and didn't realize it? Well, I spoke of Heath Ledger. Heath Ledger died on January 22nd. And 2000, I believe it was 2008, January 22nd, 2008. If you take the first month in the year, it comes to 11. Now I'm going to show you, like I say, you can always see their fingerprints by the dates or the numbers. And the numbers to them are important for the sacrifice. Let's just see how many dates how many deaths, celebrity deaths, have to do with this number 11 or 9. And a lot of times both. We already got Robin Williams, 9/11. 9/11. Heath Ledger, he actually has 3 11s in the day of his death. How we get that? From the month 1 to the year 2008. 1, 2 is 3. 3 plus 8 is 11. Then you have 22. It was January 22. Cut 22 in half. That's 11. That's 3 11s. 3 11s in his day. Aaliyah. Add the month and the year. It's 11. She died August 2001. Take the month and the year. That's 82001. That's 11. Paul Walker, Fast and Furious 7, died the 11th month. Then you have 3, because it was the 30th day of the month. The 11th month. Whitney Houston died February 11th. John Ritter died on the 11th. Peter Tosh died on the 11th. Bob Marley died on the 11th. And most of these people died from a mysterious accident or asphyxiation. Wow. Or just flat out murdered on these dates. Sylvia Plath, famous poet, died very young in her 30s on the 11th. Alexander McQueen, who was one of the heads who brought out Louis Vuitton, let's just say he had money, died very young on the 11th. John Lennon had 11 in his birthday. When you take the month and the year, came up to 111. And y'all heard of the 27 Club? And this hit me while I was even doing this. The 27 Club. What date does what number does 2 and 7 add up to? 9. 9, right? A lot of these deaths who died in the 27 Club was mysterious, unknown, or they just say drugs. But it caught me as I was just studying the deaths of Brian Jones, Alan Wilson, Jimi Hendrix, Jim Morrison. A lot of them were by asphyxiation. The same death with Robin Williams. Wow. I kid you not. And they all died with 9s. Jimi Hendrix had 3 9s involved with his deaths. And when I say that, I'm talking about the actual day that the person died. When I say these numbers are involved in their deaths, I'm talking about the day that they died. And their age. As I just read off, the 27 Club died with 9s. But let's remember Amy Winehouse. Well, I could definitely tell she was an Illuminati sacrifice, because not only was she a part of the 27 Club, which is 9, but the day of her death is also 9/11, like Robin Williams. Let's just take her age, for instance. Her age, 27, 27, 9, in the year 2011, 9/11. But we can go even further. When, like I said, you take the month and the year, which they are specific about these things for the actual ritual. You take the month and the year. She died July 7th, 2011. You add up 7 plus the 2. Add up the month and the year. Take the month, 7. You got 2011. So you take the 7, add up the 2, that's 9/11. JFK, wow, JFK had